Hello and welcome to episode 3 of Let's Play Dark Messiah of Might and Magic. My name is Grant Howitt, and on the other end of the line we have Chris Taylor all the way from sunny Partridge Green. Although I imagine it's dark where you are, Chris.
It is super dark. It's nighttime and everything.
Super dark. It's the afternoon. I'm here in Brooklyn looking out over the snow-capped buildings. And Chris basically lives in the woods.
Yeah, just big old forest.
Just under a tree with an internet connection, but not really an internet connection. And you join us. We have set sail across the seas from the last place we were in. I don't remember what it was called. And now it could have been anything. And now we are we're going to investigate the Temple of Spiders, which sounds like a really bad idea.
It's very spider themed this time.
There's a lot of spiders, and like they lampshade it later on as to why all the spiders. Some fascinating footage at the start of this of me getting my skills sorted out.
At least you are spending.
Yeah, well, you know, I got some skill points. I decided I started my build as mage, and then as I carried on playing, I realised that mage wasn't the best class. So maybe fighter.
Just get the ice power, and then it's fine.
I've yet to use the ice power. I might have to use that in the next video.
Just running for this bit.
Yeah, well, that's right. So it's the intro bit, and so like so we were supposed to meet Liana's Menelag's boys here, Liana's boss, and as you can see, they're not doing so well. The orcs have come from the temple and blocked the entrance. Now this is where the game gets significantly harder. You have to fight some orcs, and we'll see some orcs in a second. So up until now, I've been leaving in the deaths. I've been leaving in me sort of, you know, fucking up. This time round, I've gone for some really advanced video editing techniques to make it like one, to seamlessly put the video together, and two, to highlight the difficulties that I personally suffer with games. So I'm actually quite proud of the first cut because you can't see it, but after that they are all very obvious.
I'm guessing there's quite a few.
Less than I'd imagined, because like I managed to fuck up consistently in a single section multiple times and just cut out all of them.
So that's just time saving at that point.
So those are orcs. You see, I'm using the hook weapon here because I nicked it off one of those wizards, magical mark, and
it's not savage.
It is pretty savage. Yeah, it does one more damage than my sword. Use some old-fashioned fire trap spells.
Grenade.
Grenade, pretty much. Yeah, a mine. You know.
Yeah.
I'm feeling pretty good about myself here. You know. Like
on fire.
the first, and even though orcs aren't especially weak to fire, and then this.
Excellent work.
So yeah, it took me. This next bit took me about, I think, 4 goes. This is my fourth, the one that worked, and like I came tantalizingly close to the end every single fucking time.
Just so it takes you that bit longer.
Yeah, and like the first 3 times, that barrel hit him.
Oh, good. So this is the run that worked, but doesn't look very stylish.
Crucially, yeah, I did not like that. Actually, I think it's okay. Like, I discovered you can kick those statues about, which is like our boy Sereth has the best legs in the business. Like
they are potent.
But unfortunately, the hook doesn't really. I figured they quite wisely recognize. Bloody hell, that's a lot of blood. I figured they wouldn't use it. So they figured you wouldn't use it, so they didn't give it much in the way of animations. Like it just beheads things. I don't know whether you've tried to behead anything with a hook.
I've never tried it. I'll be honest.
Well, I was raised by my uncle. You see, the same man with the claw hammer from the previous video, and that was something he really liked doing. And it's really hard. Like this game makes it look too easy, I think. It's
not even really taking down those archers, which were so easy for you last time.
Yeah, well, it's a slightly slower attack, you know. And his head came right off there. It's just unrealistic. It takes me out of the game. It's
ruined my immersion.
So it spawns some. Kick over the table and just nothing. Just no plans. But luckily, orcs are also weak versus spikes, like everything else in the game.
Lots of kicking later.
Yeah. It's like I mean, there is like the orcs live in a mountainous settlement, and the main cause of orc death in 2006 was me kicking them off things.
Completely ruined the senses.
Not heart disease. Oh, yeah.
It's such an odd hand placement when he's holding things with telekinesis. It looks genuinely painful.
Well, maybe, you know, maybe suffering for his art.
There we go. That looks like a proper weapon.
Yeah,
Can you maybe equip that?
I can't use it. You need to have strength 2. You'll be pleased to hear I buy strength 2, but it takes a wee while to get up there.
Bless you.
This is also, I said this is the 5th time I did this. This is the 2nd time I played this section overall, because it didn't save the first time, wonderfully. The video didn't save. So at this point, you'd think I'd be good at it.
One would hope, anyway.
One would hope. Also, it keeps doing this thing where if I equip a different weapon from my hook, it unequips the shield. Then if I equip the shield, it equips the sword and the shield. It's just not what I want at all. So there's a lot of back and forth. And then this next section here. So you're sneaking in, and the demon lady is all being very friendly, and there's some spiders here, and you jump on the spiders because you're a hero.
Squish.
Squish. And maybe spend some points or not. They just drop some monsters on you, and they never explain what monsters are, and they're not explained before or afterwards. They're just there, and they're really strange monsters. You'll see what I mean in a second here, as these guys arrive. Little hovering Cthulhus.
little squid fellas. Electric land jellyfish.
Yeah, little sky jellyfish, little lightning squid. Oh, I am using my my new attack there because I got melee combat 3. I can do a circular swipe if I crouch and do a power attack. So I can also do a jumping attack, which is great. And these guys, so the way you get adrenaline is you hit people with your weapons, and for every hit you get adrenaline. And so if you're just spamming buttons to kill weak enemies, then you get loads of adrenaline and you get loads of finishers, but they're it's not very exciting to use them in that respect. Generally the only enemies that it's fun to kill are humans, in this and in real life. Like dogs.
Cows just don't put up the fight they used to.
Yeah, again, we had a problem here. There was a dragon. Leanna died quite badly. Leanna got beaten to death by a pair of orcs. So we had to just go over the top. And we're fine, nothing happened, we're okay. So here we have... Seamless. Here we have the rope bow. The rope bow is a very cool weapon. It's a shitty weapon, but it's a great tool. As Chris mentioned at last session. You get it here, and you can summon ropes from any wooden object you can shoot the arrows into. Which is great for exploring new areas and also getting like hellish vertigo. When you watch the recording. Oh, what's this? A Paukai? Paukai is a sort of degenerate dragon that breathes lightning. There are some orcs there.
Even the orcs are running away.
Yeah, which is fair. I'm going to just kick them to death a bit here. Oh, in the fire.
The fire.
Yeah. And Liana. Oh, everyone's dead. That was quick. Everyone's actually dead. Is this chap? Yes, this chap's still ticking. He's having a really go.
You're having a go at him, aren't you?
Yeah, well, like the hook doesn't do impales. It just really hurts them.
Just knocked his hat right off.
I know. I figured I'd pop out at this point and see if our friend the wizard. So Liana had a wizard with her, whose job was basically to say, "As you wish, Your Majesty." I figured maybe he had some cool shit he dropped when he got burned. When he got lightninged to death by the Paukai. But he didn't even leave a corpse. All he had is a little smear and a stick, so I left him to it.
There's not even a lot of blood in him.
My favourite thing about Seraph, I think, at the moment, is his run. In that, if you hold down run, he just has this sort of... Like, he runs like an intern would run. I'm late for the 3 o'clock meeting. And like, you can see him...
Gotta get these files on his desk by 9.
Precisely. Like, there'll be hell to pay. And he pumps his little arms and legs. He's adorable. So that's my favourite thing about him at the moment. That and the way that he can murder orcs.
How do the orcs get their way around their own settlement when they board up so many doors?
Well, I figure that's part of their culture, you know. Oh, also, Liana helps out. You can tell her to stand still, which I did in the earlier section, but I didn't really have time here. So she helps out, and if she dies, it's game over, so you have to try and draw the attacks off her. But she helps out by freezing me solid there.
That's a useful tactic.
And then I think setting me on fire. Yep, setting me on fire, which is great. Thank you, Liana, for that.
Maybe she's appealing to the orc's sense of decency. Well, he's clearly frozen. I mean, we can't attack a man like that.
Kill him now, Seraph. Kill him. So this is so the game's ramped up the difficulty much more. Like it's like big open arenas, so you can't really lock them off properly. And orcs are just naturally tougher than blokes. And I'm still stuck doing weapons that do 3 damage. I'll later upgrade to a club, what I steal off a goblin. Oh, there's goblins in the next section. Goblins, it's like killing children. It's like killing ugly children with clubs, and they jump around, and if you hurt them a little bit, they run away, and then they come back and try and kill you again. Just like Childs.
Are you the bad guy?
I think, that's the thing. I think obviously we're the bad guy, Chris. Like, we have a succubus in our head. We're working for a man who definitely shops at the evil supermarket, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, he goes to that very special evil haberdasher.
Yeah, we're duping Liana, and I think a hero wouldn't get lost this often.
No, he knows where he's going.
Yeah, precisely. I'm trying to throw barrels at, like, that didn't work in chapter 1. I don't know why I thought it would suddenly work. Maybe I can charm these things. No, okay, it's a sort of.
There we go.
Because like what you're supposed to do is drop that on top of some orcs. But I figured maybe the next section of the game was there, but it's not. It's just a wall.
That did come out very cleanly.
It did, didn't it? That is some good orc craftsmanship. Well, it's not. It's not by the orcs. It was by someone else. One of those evil cults. This is a much shorter video than the other. It's about half the length of the other two. I've recorded the other one, but there's a lot more editing to be done. Because at one point I fought a cyclops. Yeah, it was exciting. Mainly for me, maybe I guess for the cyclops because it got hit in the eye a lot. But
you got to do something.
It's a bit of an editing nightmare, the next bit, so I'm leaving it for a bit. We'll just do a shorter one this time. But now we have our chap here, and we're leading Liana into the Temple of the Spider to do the plot. Chris, can you remember the plot?
No, I remember kicking.
Because I've played the game, and then I've watched me play the game again, and I'm still not entirely sure what we're doing or why. I feel as a let's play.
Crystals.
So like the Chanterie crystal is vital, obviously, and that's kind of from what I can tell a battery, an ancient source of power. Hope the game wasn't frozen here. Are we okay? Is the game frozen? Is it frozen for you?
I think it's loading.
I hope so. There we go.
It's definitely loading.
So the Chanterie crystal is an ancient battery, and we have to go and plug it into the Temple of Spiders to do something?
The altar room is this way.
Something to do with the Dark Messiah of Might and Magic?
But I mean, at any point, powering up a Temple of Spiders, that sounds evil to me.
It's like, it doesn't seem like destroying the Temple of Spiders, neutralizing a Temple of Spiders.
Laying waste to, etc.
Perhaps, yeah, or like, you know, even establishing a new Temple of Spiders, but repowering an old one that's this evil.
Yeah.
It doesn't
I mean, just look at those portcullises. That's not a healthy thing.
And look at the statues as well. Like, they've got these weird tortured faces, and they're all very badly built. You can kick over at least half of them. Oh.
They're very old.
My video just started loading. Shit. So yeah, some brief technical difficulties there. I'll explain. So you might have noticed from the qualities of my video that I'm not a professional Let's Player, if that's a thing. I'm not a professional streamer. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, crucially. I'm bad at video games, and I'm bad at putting together videos of video games. But I'm trying, and that's the important thing, I think.
Yeah.
You know, I'm giving it a good old college try. But the way we do this, I play the game, then I upload the raw footage to YouTube. But I have it as a private video. Then I give Chris the link to the private video. We watch it at the same time with this really arduous syncing process, where I count down from 3 to 1, then say go, and on the G of go we click play, and we hope to fuck we're synced.
It's a game in and of itself, really.
And so, briefly there, my video refused to load despite the fact that I have blistering fast New York connection.
My forest-bound connection's just fine.
The elves brought you your data.
Yeah.
Elves.
Shipped over on end. Takes about 3 weeks, but by God, it gets there.
I like the idea that it's actually brought to you by a series of wolves.
Pieces. I have to put it together myself.
Just lashed to uncooperative wolves. So here we are on the Temple of Spiders, and we are going, oh, some orcs. And at this point, the last orc I killed, I realised that telekinesis is actually pretty cool. Like, it actually kills things rather than merely being a means of opening levers, like you saw in the last video. So whenever I remember to use it, I use telekinesis, but it's actually fairly magically consuming. But like this guy here, normal barrel, that's him dead. Well, yeah, I mean
that was just over.
I mean, that's a lot of hit points to take off there. Although...
Oh no, he's alive.
No, it's the thing.
All right.
Some bloke crawled out the sand beside him. It was very confusing.
Oh.
I thought he got back up as well, but there's two corpses there. If you go back and check the video, fact fans, you'll see.
Nobody's doing that.
Gross, I'm not doing that. This is my video. Again, the reason I'm not doing that is because we'd have to sync up with me and Chris again.
That just takes too long.
And this is the mission hub for the next area. So Liana is kind of a Chantry crystal herself in that she's a bit like Cortana in the Halo games, I guess. And that you take her places and she does wizardry, and it's really non-specific what kind of wizardry she can do. Like
Just magic.
yeah, whatever is required for you to get to the next area, that's what magic she can do. So she can make things hover, she can open doors, she can enchant things. It's mainly hovering.
This is just killing me seeing that 4 skill points at the top right.
Yeah, I know, right? It goes up to 10, and the other thing is, Chris, the skills I want are 7 points, so it's going to stay there for a while. Yeah, I'm very sorry. At this point, all I wanted to do was use that giant sword I found.
Understandable.
One of those orc cleavers. So to this point, I am just saving up the strength. And here she is hovering things out the way, which is great. I don't know why she doesn't use that in combat, like pick up an orc or something, rather than just setting me on frozen. That's not a phrase, is it? Freezing me.
Not at all.
Sorry?
Yeah. It's not a phrase, even a little bit.
Not even slightly. What are those statues made out of? Like polystyrene?
Polystyrene.
Yeah. Just like tissue paper and spit.
Oh, here we go.
I'm trying to work out what the hell's going on at this point. It's one of those fun. Oh yes, this is where everything looks basically the same, and so I'm wandering out looking for something to murder. It kind of gets you. Some goblins. It kind of gets you into a fun D&D style mindset. Some goblins. I'll throw a rock at their faces. Goblins are very weak. Like they die really easy. I felt pretty bad murdering them, and because of the number of times I died fighting that Cyclops, I had to murder a lot of goblins. It's just like well, these ones seem a little bit tougher actually, but I'm gonna steal one of their clubs in a second. And yeah, there we go. I think it does the same damage as my hook, but it's marginally faster, and I feel more adventure-y, like I'm more of an adventurer wielding a club.
Yeah, very few adventurers use a hook.
It seems
that's generally slasher serial killers that use hooks.
It's a cultist. It's a baddie weapon, you know. It's not. You can't parry with it properly. It doesn't like being paired with a shield. Neither does the club. This is a strange area here because the chain is solely there to say, why not fire a rope up here?
Can you not reach the chain?
No. I did some jumping there, it didn't work. At which point, it kind of forces you to put a rope next to. I think like what you're supposed to do is fire a rope at the end of the plank and then jump off, because all it does there is axe does less damage than the Goblin club, by the way. All it does there is basically give you 2 things to climb, and there is a really exciting section later on, by the way, boys and girls, where I can't get off the fucking rope because I keep jumping onto the chain, and I can't get off the chain because I keep jumping onto the rope. It's an allegory. But this point is it's feeling quite like traditional D&D. Like it was almost thiefy in the last section, in that you were in an urban centre and there are black armoured guards and you couldn't just take them all on in combat. You had to be sort of canny about it, you know. I mean, you're obviously much better at combat than you are in Thief, but it had kind of a thiefy feel to it. And this is much more. It feels more traditional Dungeons and Dragons, in that we've gone out to a strange place and we're fighting goblins and orcs.
Kicking in the door, taking the stuff.
Yeah, precisely. Just because they're there, and like I literally killed something, and then I'm using its weapon to kill its friends, which is the purest expression of Dungeons and Dragons I've ever. And look how injured the little fucker is.
He's not well.
Like you really feel bad about killing them.
That last hit, you kind of scooped him out of the way.
Yeah, it was like moving a cat out of the way with your foot, but killing a goblin. Go on. Yeah, so I'm not a huge fan of the level design of this section. It's very dark and everything looks the same. I do a lot of wandering back and forth. It's not very clear, and there are some goblins. Yeah, I mean, you know, always have a spade. How am I doing here? Oh, yeah, I'm just. Yes, there's the thing which opens up. So the goblins, there are many traps. And the goblins take control of said traps to defeat you or to bother you somewhat. Like here, where they just do that and have a good old laugh. And then you have to walk all the way back to the owner, fighting nothing.
That's good. Yeah, you need some downtime.
Well, I thought, you know what? Maybe they've given us a little sec. Like maybe we can, I don't know, speak to her through this portcullis over here, rather than backtrack. They wouldn't make me backtrack through the whole way. Yeah, they would. They really would. She's not
who
there.
does that?
Who does that? I mean, like, the game's long enough already, Ubisoft. You don't need to artificially lengthen it by making me walk backwards. Like, she's a wizard. She can talk in my head. I've already got one girl in my head. I don't mind having a second.
There's a party in there.
It's a girly party. Get excited. But no, I have to go back and talk to her and then go through a different door and then
I can't remember which way to go.
Fight a dragon and run like an intern, and yeah, and here's the most exciting part of the video is I've tried to get off this fucking roof. Oop, nope. Nope. I'm pushing down and I'm going up because I'm looking down.
No. You can actually see you getting actually angry with it.
Like, I think, because I now got a slide which says, crucially, I'm not very good at games, I could have replaced that bit with it. That would have been better.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we got the out of here. I think I only take one more wrong turn, and then we're back in the game.
Good.
So no, here we are. Don't take a wrong turn. I guess we get some plot from Liana.
Liana, they made it difficult for me.
Fun fact: first time I did this, I walked back here, pressed F rather than need to speak to her, kicked her, and she got angry, so I had to reload.
I'm really stuck. Wallop.
Yeah, I mean, I can understand why she got angry, you know. Sorry?
She was lining herself up for something.
She was going to do her lifting thing. Went, oh, what's this? A Paukai. Now, has anyone here seen Star Wars?
Everyone here has seen Star Wars.
Yeah, everyone's seen Star Wars. Well, this is a fight inspired heavily by Star Wars. As will become very clear.
I do remember the bit where the dragon knocks down the roof.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Liana died.
Good.
And then I had to just put that bit back. But yeah, okay, so Liana's alive again, which is good.
Yeah.
And what you have to do is attract its attention using fireballs. Now, fireballs move very slowly and aren't very accurate, and also they really mess up the textures on the arch. If you look there. It's kind of like that. That's not liking that.
Oh.
God. It is a warning over here. There is a party.
The oldie time.
And the dragon is invited. He's coming through here. There's a portcullis. Star Wars episode 6, I think, with the Rancor. Is it episode 6? Yeah. He's through here. Oh no, what's this? Oh, and like he's moving his head a lot, considering that I've just impaled his head. I don't like that.
Yeah.
Bonk. Bonk. Confirm the kill.
Always. Now climb the dragon.
Now ride the dragon. It's dead. Shh. Shut up.
I've still got a saddle.
I'm riding a dragon. And so now we enter the unfun part of the game. We have to fight spiders. So goblins are sad to fight because they're little. It's like fighting children. And orcs are difficult to fight, and humans are fun to fight. But spiders don't fall over when you kick them. And seeing as this is a game mainly about kicking things, it's frustrating.
Why is it in games that there's always spiders in fantasy games?
I guess because they're an easy monster. Like, you don't have to explain what they are. Giant spiders are fundamentally scary, I think. I mean, admittedly, I'm not personally scared of them, but culturally they're quite scary. And
it just seems almost like a fallback. Like, right, we've got some interesting mods over here. Should we just put some spiders in this bit?
It's not challenging. You don't have to explain it. Like the same way you don't have to explain orcs and goblins. They're part of a fantasy world. You don't have to explain dwarves. They're just a thing that happens. That's fine. Spiders, by the way, work using poison. And Ubisoft were very kind in that poison will not kill you. Spiders are weak versus fire. I thought I'd use fire. It was a bad plan. They just decided to wrap itself around my fucking face. Spiders are weak versus fire, but they're also weak versus clubbing, which is significantly faster and much easier to attack. But the poison, so spiders poison you, and then it will reduce your health to, I think, 3 or 4 hit points. At which point it stops killing you, which is really good of the spiders.
Very kind.
It's just really, and like, I've not died to spiders yet. I'm not sure whether they do any harm aside from that. But
This is just gross. Like, I don't have any problems with spiders. Spiders are fine. What I don't like are egg sacs.
you don't like egg sacs, do you? I remember that.
Oh,
Yeah.
why do they have those?
Interesting things that Chris is freaked out by the way, listeners. Egg sacs are loose balloons.
I'm not. Loose balloons are just weird.
So you know when a child drops a balloon, well, when a child lets go of a balloon, and it hovers off towards the sky, Chris can't handle it.
It's not right. It's not how balloons work. The child's day is ruined.
That's the thing. I mean, that's what the balloon wants to do. The balloon is
Fuck the balloon. We subjugated the balloon.
We have bound helium to our will.
Awful. Like kites. I can't deal with kites either.
Is anything? Well, how are you on hot air balloons?
That's probably fine because that's meant to go up.
Okay.
Like,
It's
it's
balloons
not
are meant to go up. They're
intentionally
jolly. It's jolly when balloons go up, but I think there's a maximum limit of upness, isn't there?
Yeah, I don't like it.
Yeah, we've got 30 seconds left in this film where I get thoroughly fucking lost and fight some more spiders. At which point we will stop there for the day, and I will put together the next exciting Cyclops adventure.
I'm just worried there's going to be balloons and potatoes in the next bit.
Oh god, things growing out of potatoes as well. That's Chris's other problem. Like tendril, something growing out of something else he doesn't like.
Super good.
Like there's lotus images. You know, yeah, he's not a fan.
My skin is actually itchy now.
Yeah, well, that'll be the potatoes I buried under there. Anyway.
Yeah, cheers.
So, thank you for watching, listeners, or listening watchers and watching watchers. We will, either or. We will speak soon, and we will see you for episode 4 as we descend into the belly of the Cyclops. Good day.
Bye.